Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Homeschool Well podcast. It's Kim and Jenny here today,
Hello.
and we are welcoming you warmly into the month of distracting December. Dun dun dun!
That's true.
Oh, December. We love December, but we remember when we were teachers in a classroom at public school, and it was like, woe is me, everywhere from Thanksgiving to even like the week before Thanksgiving to the Christmas break. It's just like, okay, what play are we doing? Because that's like all these
That's so
elementary
true.
kids are going to be able to focus on. And then you got your poor high school kids who have to do midterms and stuff, and it's a crazy month with all the lights and dazzle and holiday fun. So, we're going to take this month to talk to the moms who feel pressure to keep pushing academics in a month called Distracting December. Now, come on. But especially if you have a kiddo that is struggling, a struggling student in all areas, or maybe just in one area, or if you are struggling with something as a mom, we just want to encourage you that sometimes the most productive thing that you can do at this time of year is to slow down on the traditional academics, right?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. Slow down on
take a
schooling.
breath.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
too many other things happening. Too much going on.
And it's a life school month, really,
Hmm.
especially if you're teaching about Jesus,
Yes.
right? And you're involved in your church. And
Mhm.
so today we're going to talk about why, especially for struggling learners, that the best gift you can give them this season is to slow down. And we have three specific reasons and a few examples that we hope inspire you. All right,
Yes.
Jenny, what is the first reason, Miss Jenny?
The first reason why you should slow down during the holidays is because kids' brains, especially struggling students' brains, need time to process and like consolidate all the information it's been taking in like the past couple months. And this is something I totally saw when I taught first grade. I had a lot of struggling readers in my class, and we would get to December and I'd be kind of panicking that they are not up to where they were supposed to be in their expectations and all of that. And but there I would say a ton of times there was like this little miracle that would happen after the 2 week break. They would come back and their brains would just be ready to read. And it was just like they just needed time to absorb what they've been doing, like have some time to look around and look at the letters and words everywhere in their environment and just kind of rest. And they would come back and be ready to read. It was crazy. It was so amazing. So doesn't matter if it's reading or math or anything, but struggling readers need time, or struggling learners, I should say, need time to process everything they've been taking in and let it fully sink in, give their minds a little rest for a little while, for a couple weeks, and just have some downtime so that they are better able to retain what they've been learning this whole time.
I got to say, Jenny, you were a reading specialist, and in public school, especially, there's lots of little like magical dates that all these kids are supposed to
Oh, yeah.
magically be
All these
doing.
little benchmarks.
Yeah, a
Yes.
little bit. That's the
Yeah.
word, the benchmarks, right?
Yeah, I
And
think it was
so,
like level 11 by or level 12 by January,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
literally by the month,
Right.
right? And which month in or which week in January. So you
Yeah.
had a lot of stress in that accountability factor.
Correct. Yes.
And so I see that like, the kids like I have this visual, right? They learn all this new content from August until November.
Mhm.
And when you give them a break, they're taking that, so their brain is working to organize, to store all the new content they've been learning. And then, distracting December, especially for readers and math, even, there's lots of life learning opportunities. Like you're reading Christmas cards, you're counting like presents and how many of this or
Yes.
that, you're spending money and looking at budgets. And so maybe that helps too. I don't know, but
Right.
I've heard you say that before to many moms. Like, listen, don't worry, take your break because it's break time, and that's what people are doing. They're taking a break, right?
Yeah.
And when you get back to it, you will probably see that they're going to come back stronger.
That's right.
I love that
It's
reason.
true. Yeah. So reason number 2 why you should give the gift of taking a break to your struggling learner is their working memory is like overloaded, just like we said, and they're out of energy. Not just are they out of like mental energy, but they're out of like I can't do this anymore. Like they physically need a break. They just need a break from school. And again, like Kim said, there's just so many other things going on that they can't focus anyway. Like their little bodies just need time to rest.
And their cognitive battery, right? Their cognitive battery, it like goes on hold with all the distracting December events. Like you're
Yes.
talking about, if you're doing all the things in December leading up to Christmas, it really does start sometimes even before Thanksgiving. So some
Yeah.
of these events and things, they're not just on the weekend, they're like week nights and week evenings. And or you're some like in Florida here, how many families do we know that like go to Disney for the very Merry Christmas party on, Thursday night until 1 a.m. or something. And then it's like you have your kid like
That's you.
yeah, well, I just got off the phone on an evaluation and they went to that Halloween thing. So there's
Oh,
another
okay.
example, the
Yeah.
Halloween Christmas party. And
Right.
this is all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's
There's
true.
harvest festivals and all kinds of stuff that they're doing extra. And the cognitive battery is just lower. And so this pause allows them to put their attention and their focus and their mental stamina on the fun, exciting things that are happening. And it will actually refresh them, you know, not trying to jam the academics in while they're dealing with all of this. Or I shouldn't say
Overstimulation.
dealing with all of this. It should be while they're having so much fun and celebration around the birth of Jesus. That's
That's
what we
right.
should say.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Lord.
Exactly. And the third reason is that their emotional system needs a reset too. And so does ours, quite frankly. Like
Yes.
we would get to a point where I feel like I am sometimes pushing things into my kid. Like we're kind of up against this wall, like battling. And it starts to get frustrating sometimes, or it feels like high pressure and people are getting burnout at this time of year. So slowing down just helps lower everyone's stress, rebuild your relationship with your kid, like play the fun games, decorate the tree, bake all the cookies, like do the fun things where you are making sure your relationship is good and solid because come the new year, you're going to be back up on the books again. You're going to be back doing what you were doing. So it just helps everyone become more calm and confident and um, just take a break, just take a breather.
Jenny, I even feel like this right now as a business owner, and don't be mad at me, but low confidence around what I'm supposed to do when I get over here to my job. Like, we work from home, right? And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Because I've got so much anticipation and buildup. This is with my older kids because my daughter's coming home for college. She's going to be here for
Yes,
a month. We're taking
right.
graduation pictures. She wants to do
Yes.
Thanksgiving. And I'm like, I can't even, like, I need a super duper specific checklist. I have low confidence about what are my job, like, checklist
Yes.
items right now. So,
Same.
yeah, my emotional system needs to just
Yeah.
really, it's ready for a reset.
Yeah. People are going on vacation. People are
Yeah.
trying to pack. We're leaving
You
and
know,
going.
and
We're packing all this food next week to go out of town for a
actually,
week. I'm like, oh my gosh.
though it's like a benefit when you go somewhere else because your physical setting has changed, and so that
Yes,
automatically puts you into vacation mode.
that's right.
So, you are like, okay, yay, we're on vacation, low stress, da da da. When you're not going anywhere and you're staying home, that's
Yes.
when I think you can feel like, oh gosh, I still have to, you know, I still have to slide in here some of these math facts and some of this like handwriting and whatever. No, you
Yeah,
don't, because they're going to get it in other ways.
that's
So,
right. And
and
so actually,
or
yeah,
also they're just going to take a break from it and be fresh. But this is a great time for the ideas for December. Air quotes, school. Okay, this is like
sure.
life learning things that still support education, but yet it's just part of your distracting December fun stuff. So here's some ideas.
Yes, December, there's so many things you can do.
Mhm. Baking cookies or bread or any cooking, right, involves math, sequencing, teamwork, chemistry, because if your bread turns out bad, then you have had the wrong chemical reaction.
That's
inside of
true.
there. You got to look at your recipe closer. So those are super important life skill educational topics.
Yeah. Just teaching how to double something is a really hard concept. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out recently, like, how would I explain that? Just doubling. You're taking what you have and doing the same amount again. Like, that's
Hey,
a hard
listen,
concept for kids.
let's go back. If we have people who listen to our meatloaf recipe,
Meatloaf podcast?
6 times her meatloaf recipe items. Yeah,
I
our
know,
meatloaf
right?
podcast. We had a podcast where we talked about Jenny's meatloaf recipe that was 6 pounds, and so she had to
I did.
6 times that. What
That's
number would
right.
that be? I don't even know. The
I
recipe
don't
had
know.
to be
Yeah.
sixtupled, not just
It's a
doubled.
it's a
But
lot of math.
that's a lot of
That's
math.
right.
Give yourself some credit for that one. All right, how about writing Christmas cards, thank you notes? Some families send out these adorable like Christmas letters, where they say what they've been doing all year, or they just post it. You could have your kids help with that.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, right? My parents, they love something homemade.
Oh, we've done ornaments,
Oh yeah.
clay, applesauce.
Even and they write the little note on there. My mother
Yeah,
is 90
so
years
sweet.
old and she still has items. We just found this the other day from when I and my siblings were children. And
Mhm.
I'm talking about, Jenny, you would not agree, but it's not a lot of items. It's only one container. Like she's not a hoarder at all. And yet, still, I found my sister's paper stocking and all these cards that she made for my mom. I
That's
know it's
sweet.
adorable. And it was just construction paper and markers and like ribbon to, sew the edges of the
Mhm.
paper stocking. And then it said on it something to mom, I love you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, anytime that they're doing any writing during the Christmas time, you can also throw in my favorite things in the world, which are any kind of fun writing supplies, gel pens, smelly markers. Lately, I've loving these. Like you can't see it on the thing, which anything laugh. It's this pen. It has the best little fine point pen, but it's like a flower and it's made of rubber and you can like wiggle it around and stuff. Those are so fun to write with. Like any little trick, gets kids excited to make their thank you cards.
Make their holiday cards.
Holiday cards, yes. And if you're doing it after they get presents, they can make thank you cards too. So there's double
Perfect.
writing. Yeah, boom.
That's true. Awesome. Something else we did was make Christmas gifts for people. We made ornaments one year. We made pillows one year.
Pillows. You had your boys sewing?
No, we bought the pillows. We dipped their feet in paint. You did one footprint. It was a reindeer.
Yeah,
The
we did
foot
this
the
as an ornament.
footprint, yeah, the footprint was on the pillow and then the hands were the thing and then we decorated it. I had the kids decorate it and it was a Christmas pillow we gave to the grandparents.
Oh, I bet they still have those.
That
That
was
is so
cute.
fun. And your
That
kids
was a
have
good one.
giant feet. Hayden's got
Oh
beautiful
yeah,
wide
they
feet.
do.
But yeah, there's so many cute ideas. I bet there's a zillion more on Pinterest nowadays.
Sure.
But take advantage of that if that's your thing, mom. And struggling learners need to be active like that. And you know what? If they don't,
Mhm.
like my boy, he didn't really like the glue and all the sticky stuff on his fingers, buy a bag of those really good tight gloves, the latex gloves.
Mhm.
Or I had a ton of craft sticks. So he could
Mhm.
dip the craft stick in the glue or just use a straight up glue stick. They have
Mhm.
those glue dots and you can pull those
Right.
off with the craft stick so you never have to touch it. All these little tricks for the sensory kids. Just,
That's a good idea.
reassure them it's okay. I can do it this part for you, or you can use all the little tools.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some other things we would always make sure we did was listen or play Christmas music, but listen to Christmas music together. Um, if you put it on YouTube, I know I've said this in another podcast, you put it on YouTube, put the captions on, you are helping reading fluency and no one even has to know. Like the words
Yeah.
are just on the screen and they don't even have to realize that they're reading. So just singing and enjoying yourself. And we talked, I think it was last week or the week before, about how good music is for your body and your brain and your soul and all the
So much
things.
research
So
on that. Yeah. And
so
our
much.
kids took music lessons. So there was
Mhm.
always some kind of performances,
Mhm.
piano, ukulele. But even you don't have to do that. You just I have a container of kid instruments. I still keep
Oh
them.
yeah.
Okay.
We have them
And
too.
yeah, just bust that out. Have you seen the Jimmy Fallon does that? Where he had
Yes.
like Metallica with all the kid
Yes.
instruments.
I bought myself a tambourine lately, like last year,
Are
because
you
hey,
serious?
yeah, because Hayden plays the guitar a lot now, and he has a harmonica too. And I'm like, you know what? I think we just need to.
I love it. So you're shaking
So
down over there.
I'm
Yeah,
like, we
this is
need a
good
little
times.
percussion here. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, and this goes along with story time too. Then they can like make extensions. You can have them like make up, hey, what do you think would happen after all of the reindeer got done delivering all the presents?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking jingle bells, but
Yeah.
when they got done, what would they do? Or, just talk about it and have them do some fun composition stuff. They don't have to write it down or anything. Just being able to make up a story like that, centered around the excitement around
Oh yeah.
Christmas, and do an extension. That's just super, super good brain work right there.
Just being creative.
Yes. All of these activities and more give kids a chance to create, connect with family and their friends or their pets. You don't have to go out of your way crazy, but just to experience this is so important for struggling learners success, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's always successful to give their friend or their grandparent some cool present that they made, right? Some
Hmm.
creation of theirs or sing a song is just fun too. And
Yeah.
struggling learners desperately need that, especially at this time of the year. The last thing they
Hmm.
need is for you to say, oh, but you're behind on your math, so we're going to make time all month in December to practice your math facts at least once a day. It's like, oh, it's like
Yeah.
punishment. It is like
No.
punishment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely be mindful of the way that you're approaching anything like that, right? Taking time
Smart.
away from all the fun time to make them do some traditional school thing. Don't make it be punitive,
Yeah.
right?
You could still do read alouds, or you could still continue the chapter book you guys were reading together, or, take turns, make it fun.
Maybe the math facts thing, there's so many cool applications, apps
Oh,
on the
yeah.
phone and the iPad. I bet there's holiday themed apps or
Oh,
something. Take a break from the traditional stuff that you do and just try to find some creative, fun thing for them to replace it with. So it isn't like, you're being punished because you're behind in a thing and you have to keep up, kind of like that.
absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. That pretty much wraps it up for this topic about distracting December. Keep things short and sweet, tiny, consistent, gentle little touches, creative ways to do school during this amazing time of celebrating Jesus's birth. All of these things will keep you and your child underwhelmed. That's what we want you to be this December, not overwhelmed. Keep that
A good
out of the
word.
picture. Yes, and just practice being underwhelmed for a while. And if you do need assistance applying all of these great ideas, if you are like, Kim and Jenny, this is great, but I cannot figure out how to do that. That's why we're here. And we have our fantastic community online available to you 24/7. We have a forum, we have direct messaging. We're still going to meet in December a few times, or you can make an office hours appointment with us and meet 2-on-1 so that we can give you some strategy on how to deal and stay underwhelmed. All right. And if you do want to get in our community and you're maybe thinking it would be a great gift idea that you want to tell someone that you want this as a gift, Jenny created a super easy way for you to do it. What do they do, Jenny?
Yes, we have a gift membership that you can ask Santa for, or whoever, for the Christmas. You could just go to our website at thehomeschool.com, and at the top there's a little red banner and it says gift membership. And so you can show that to whoever
Yeah, you
needs
click
to buy
that.
you this.
Yeah, you don't even have to show them. You click the
That's
link, you
right.
copy the link, you email or text it, and you're like, hey,
Yes.
gift idea for
This is
me.
what I want. Yes. And it's 6 months at the homeschool. Well, it's at a reduced price than our normal amount, and it's just a one-time thing. It's not a monthly thing. It's just 6 months. So that'll get you through to second semester and to the summer.
And we will be back next week with a brand new episode. So be sure to tune in, share with your friends. And if you'd like to throw us a review Oh, we could always use reviews, right, Jenny? I think we need some.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. So you can just go in there, give us a 5-star review, and we would certainly appreciate it. That would be like a little Christmas gift to us. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you in advance.
All right, moms, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.